Looking for physical results and positive emotional results? Please run, don't walk to your nearest Sono Bello.
Ready to hit reset? Find out how you can save $250 off instantly. Call now or go to sonobello.com.
Does it take more than one cycle to dry your laundry?
Paying attention
Does
to
it
the
come out
details?
more,
It
but
is
still damp?
critical.
Don't wait all
especially
day to
if you are
dry
in the
your
midst of a
clothes.
home
A
improvement
clogged dryer
project,
vent
and this
uses
time
way
of
more
year,
energy than
a lot of folks are dreaming of a new deck. And if you're thinking of a new deck, you're thinking of Chattanooga Exteriors and Jamie Breneman. So Jamie is back this morning, and he's doing a little bit of thinking for you this morning. Last time he was here, he was talking about that deck flooring. This morning, we're focusing on the deck railing. Is that right?
Yes, we have multiple options.
This is the detail.
Yes.
That can make or break it.
Yeah, and this is sometimes can be very overwhelming to some people because they know the deck color. Now they got to focus on the rail, and there's so many options. I think there's probably over 100 different options that you can choose for railing.
So you brought 4 with you today.
Yes.
Are these kind of the top 4? Or
They represent really the broad spectrums that you can go. So we have anywhere from our classic traditional metal rail, metal balusters, to then we have the verticable. So you have the stainless steel cable that runs vertical. Then down here we have the horizontal cable. So it's your traditional cable rail that you'll see a lot of. And then right here we have a rail that has kind of a rounded top. So it's more of a traditional, old school kind of traditional style rail. So all these come in different colors. You know, that's where you can get kind of overwhelmed is trying to match this color with this color and go from there.
So when you're talking to people, and I would imagine you get a lot of couples coming in, and each spouse has his or her own view of what's most important.
Correct.
Last time you were here, I think we talked about the flooring options, and there was one, I don't recall which one, but it was incredibly heat resistant.
Yes.
The durability factor, that's important.
Yes.
But is it ever a good idea, Jamie, to start with the look you want finished and work top down, like to pick the railing first and then?
Yes. So a lot of times what we'll do is we'll look at the house and we'll look at some finishes that you've used in other areas. You know, like if you just redid a kitchen, we'll look at maybe some of the fixtures that you used, or you did, you know, we'll want to match the gutters or the lighting that are on the outside of a house, or if you have a fence that's close by to this deck, by the railing, we'll want to try to mimic that look or at least match the color.
Right.
You know, so if you have a black fence, we'll do black railing. You know, but some people they want everything all white, or they want it to be, they want big post, small rail. So we can really do, you can mix and match all this stuff.
I'm thinking if you've got like a mid-century modern kind of house, you'd go with this one or this one.
Yes.
Right, to kind of keep that theme going.
Yes. Yeah, and a lot of times, some people love this horizontal cable, but a lot of times if somebody has, grandchildren or small children that small kids can use this as a ladder. And so we want to always warn people of, hey, if you have this,
good point.
You need to make sure that you're out here with young children that could be climbing on this.
You brought all of these. We're hoping to be plugged in. I guess we're limited on outlets this morning. But I noticed that this one, I can see the plug.
Yep.
What would it
so
do?
It's got a light underneath. So it has a.
Oh, it's lit up now.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
So it has a strip light that runs underneath here, so you don't ever see the light, but it just shines this light down.
How pretty.
Yeah.
This one here then gives you 2 different light sources.
Yep. So you have this light right here that kind of it kind of outlines the deck. Is when at night you can see where the posts are at, and this light right here you can see it's got a down light, and we use a lot of this because it doesn't really impede your view of what you're looking at, but it really shines down on the deck. These are really good around stairs, so we typically tell you, hey, we would like to see probably 3 or 4 of these lights on the stairs, like where, hey, this is where your first step is at.
Great point.
So if you're walking up in the pitch black dark, you can see, hey, this is my first step.
Right.
and then people usually can get their bearings from there as they
You know, I mean, decks are an investment, and you do a great job, I know, on your Facebook page of showcasing all the different before and afters that you do on a regular basis, but people do have a budget at some point.
Yep.
So if you have a deck that's fine, but you wanted to take advantage of some of these safety features like that, can they just do the railing?
Yeah, we can come in and take their old railing off, put new railing on. We do it all the time. If their frame is fine and they want new deck boards and new rails, we can do that as well. Or we can tear the whole thing down and start from scratch and build an all new one. Or sometimes people say, hey, I like what I have right now, but I want to add a 10 by 10 area over on this side to really give me a little more space, or a grilling area right off the kitchen or something like that.
So so is that part of the process in working with you at Chattanooga Exteriors, is that you'll kind of consult and design with people?
Yes, yeah, we want to make it functional. We want to make it revolve around you, and a lot of people are spending more times outside. They're entertaining outside. So like, hey, if you're having people over and you want a dining area out here, okay, let's think about you're cooking here, you're grilling out here, and then you're serving here, and how this is all going to flow. And so we try to just, walk you through that, because we've done it, plenty of times, and we have experience with it, and we know what works and what doesn't work. Hey, this is what has succeeded, this is what has not succeeded.
Right.
And this is what looks good and what doesn't look good.
People do come to you and they really have a 5-year, 10-year plan for their home, and maybe they start with the deck, but they're going to want to do some new siding down the road. Is that part of the conversation, to make sure your colors then are going to work?
Yes, yeah, we can, and we always, we try to say, hey, what is it from here that you're going to do? Like, hey, you need new siding, do you need this, do you need a new roof? And we want to put together a comprehensive plan that says, hey, here's everything that you need to do, and here's the price for that. We can take this in chunks and say, hey, this is first year, next year we'll do this project, next year we'll do this project. And we try to do it in a way where we're not being wasteful of money, where you're not saying, well, we did the deck before the siding and we should have done the siding before the deck.
Right.
Or we should have done this before that, so now we have to replace that because we did it out of sequence.
So be honest, and that way he can help you stretch that dollar. In terms of the time of year, this is it, because you're what, 4 to 8 weeks out and getting these things done? Yeah,
depending on what you're ordering and what you're wanting, color-wise, rail-wise, decking-wise, we're typically about 4 to 8 weeks out, depending on what you're choosing. And so we need to order that, we need to get it in. We don't want to start tearing your deck apart before we have everything to complete the job, because you can get in trouble that way, where you're expecting it and it's like, oh, well, it didn't ship.
Man's never going to be stronger than Mother Nature. When it comes to this type of, I guess this is Trex, is that right?
This is composite decking, so it can be Trex, TimberTech. There's a lot of different ones.
So when those spring storms inevitably come our way, as opposed to wood that's going to get gouged by potential hail or something, these are more durable? Yes,
so these are durable, 50-year warranty on a lot of this. They have UV reflective technology in them, so they don't get as hot as they used to. There used to be the whole thing of composite decks where they were so hot, and now they put some technology in the boards that kind of reflect the heat, and then they cool down quicker. So it's a lot of technology that we're benefiting from.
Talk about a one and done, a 50-year warranty. That's fantastic.
And that's the whole thing, is like, hey, if you're going to stay in your house, and so we don't want to continually maintain and all this just over and over, and it just, the deck owns you don't own the deck. And so we want to just do it right, super low maintenance, hose it off, when the pollen falls, because the pollen just, it's everywhere.
Right.
And so you just want to hose that pollen off, and that's it.
All right, then here's how you call him. It's Chattanooga Exteriors. He'll be happy to come to your place. 805-3800 is the phone number. But if you want to go to his showroom and really be wowed, that's a great little Santa Toyland to go shop in as well, and really kind of get some imaginative ideas of what could be your home before the season comes to an end. Thank you.
Thank you.